What's up, guys? Want to come over and say hi? I'm just saying hi to my camera. Alright guys, so get a lot of requests wanting to know what my garage looks like. So I thought, for the fun of it, we'd do a little walk around. Right now I'm actually looking at some videos and stuff like that, but this is basically my man cave. This is where I like to hang out. It's hot in Vegas, so it's in the garage, so I run this little swamp cooler. You'll hear it in a second. But it's too loud to do the video, so we gotta turn it off. But that's how I stay cool. Got my daughter over there looking at me. She wants to come in and say hi. No? Okay. Alright, so, say what?
Okay.
She's gonna come say hi. This is my oldest daughter. She does YouTube as well. What's your channel called?
Alexis Greystorm.
Alexis Greystorm. And what games do you like to play?
Star Stable.
Star Stable. So any of you daughters out there, or if you got daughters that like to play Star Stable, go check out her channel. Me personally, it's not my thing, but she's getting there. She's got like 100 subscribers, give or take. So go check out her channel. All right, let's get started on a little walk around. My little dog Ginger. I don't know if you can see her or not. Probably not. All right, let's do a little walk around and check out the pad. All right, so let's get started on the walk around. Basically, what you see behind me is a bunch of shelves. Basically Christmas stuff, whatever. I mean, there's some camping gear. We go camping quite a bit. So basically the shelves, nothing fancy there. This is my Craftsman workbench. I used to use this a lot. Now, got my camera stand right here. We'll move it over here. I used to use the workbench a lot, but I like sitting down on my table. This one I use for welding, doing a little bit of playing around. I do have a welder. It's actually not my welder. This belongs to my brother-in-law. He moved way back east, couldn't take it with him, so he just said, you know what, just take it. Claims he's going to give it back, or I need to give it back to him one of these days, but it's been 2 years and he still hasn't claimed it back, so hoping I get to keep that. I used to be an over-the-road truck driver, and if any of you guys are truck drivers, you know you got to have the essential. So the refrigerator was in my truck. There's a little TV, I'll show you that in a minute. That was in my truck. Basically just took them out, threw them in the garage. So that's why I got the refrigerator. Love the refrigerator, dude. You gotta have drinks while you're out here, especially in Vegas when it gets a little hot. The models, let's do a little quick span of the models. Big muscle truck guy. So most of these are Dodge Chargers. My brother-in-law wanted to know what a donk looked like, so for the fun of it I made one. I honestly think it's the ugliest model I have. Ferrari. This was supposed to be a lowrider, and I didn't like lowriders, not a big fan of them, so I decided to change it up and make it a muscle truck, or a monster truck. 1/18 scale Team Associated tires actually for that. Big rig, decided to make it Prime, Optimus Prime. This one's had better days. That was one my son actually made, and I actually dropped it a couple of days ago and it broke apart, so I haven't bothered to put it back together. It's one of those snap togethers. Air compressor. Now that this is, you know, my camera stand when I do some of my videos. The air compressor, Craftsman, big plus. Anybody wants to know what my camera looks like, there it is. Basically it's the XP. I'll zoom in on the XP. It's a waterproof. Let me read it here. Waterproof up to 33 feet. Dustproof. Shockproof up to 5 feet. And will handle 10 degrees Celsius or 14 degrees Fahrenheit as far as freezing proof. Love the camera. I'm not into the old GoPros. Josh knows because he had thermal shutdown on his camera. That happens a lot on these cameras. We get a lot of thermal shutdowns. A little shout out to Josh over at ESP. Great videos, by the way, buddy. Really like your videos. But Fern Dog, he's a big, you know him, he's a Vegas guy. He's a big GoPro guy. And Anthony Rivas, his is a PlaySport. It was what I used to use, but the PlaySports are so hard to buy now. They're expensive. They're not a real good camera, to be honest with you, but they don't make them anymore. Well, let me restate that. The PlaySport's a great camera, but they Anthony's never had problems, but I had problems with mine freezing up quite a bit. Not thermal heat, just would freeze up. But anyway, there's kind of a shout out to all the camera guys, or at least the guys that use the cameras, you know. So that's kind of some of the cameras that are used. Anyway, a little more walk around the business area. This is my workbench. Now it doesn't seem real lit up. That's kind of, sorry about the shaking. I have lights like crazy. They're not on right now because it'll make everything blurry, but let's just flip the switch here. I got like one of these little computer switches, and boom. So when I'm doing work, I have 1, 2, there's a third one. I can turn that on too. Boom. So I love a well lit up work area. So right now my computer's on my workbench, but anyway, TV, just a little one, flat screen. Let's see what's on. Nothing. Oh, there it comes on. Anyway, that's the TV I use. I think I was watching The Matrix earlier. But yeah, while I'm down here checking out the, working on the bench, I like to watch TV while I'm at it. Okay guys, let's pan over here. We're going to turn off these lights because they're really bright. There we go. Turn off that one too. Alright guys, you've probably seen the airplane. This is the one I fly now. It's the Apprentice. This is the one I learned to fly on. I actually have only been flying since Christmas. And they always recommend a good trainer plane. They say the Apprentice was the best one. And I'll tell you, if you guys want to learn how to fly, this is the plane to learn how to fly on. Great airplane. In case you guys missed it, we'll pan over. There's the one on display. I wrecked it. So it's just basically up there without a motor on it. Just ruined. But I glued it back together and was able to make it look cool while I was on display. So it's on display, just looking cool as all. Sorry, sometimes I have a chance to stutter. Alright. Another walk around. This is the old garage. Hold on. I'll get out of the camera's way. The garage. The cabin. You guys wonder what this Huggies is. This is where I store all my, just basically all the scale stuff that's in it. So when I set it up, I bring that box that has all my accessories. My wife's over there looking at me like I'm dumb, but it's alright. Shut the garage, that's fine. Sorry guys, we're shutting the garage. We got the four-wheeler. I don't ride it a whole lot. It's an old school four-wheeler. 400EX. I take it camping with me and that's about it. So let me think, that's pretty much everything except for, I don't know, let's check it out. Some of the toys. The remote. I just bought this one. This is my favorite one, the DX7 for my airplane. I'm wanting to get a little bit more into the flying, so I just purchased that. There's my camera turns a little different color for some reason in this lighting. So Stampede, that's my boys right there. That was one of my first fast racing slashes. It's got a wheelie bar on it right now. That's because I was out drag racing a little while ago. Some of the other remotes, big Fly Sky fan for just something cheap and expensive. Some of my more expensive, let's turn the light back on over here. Some of the more expensive ones is the Futaba. Really a big fan of that. The PLS, 4 channel. So that's one of my other remotes. One of my other cameras I like is this Kodak. Kind of replaces the PlaySport. Okay, it's a good camera. The only thing I really have about a complaint, let's turn it on just for the fun of it. Ooh, you can see my reflection. Okay, if you notice, you can see my whole area. I know it's going to be a little blurry. Not really going to focus. But anyway, you can see the whole back wall. But when I hit record, see how it kind of cuts it? I don't like that. And some of them are even worse. Like if you go into a... You just need to be careful. If you want to buy this camera, it's great. I usually like to shoot at 60 frames per second. So this is the worst one. So, hit record. Boom. See how it zooms right in on the workbench? So just something you guys should know if you ever buy this camera. Just it zooms right in. There's nothing you can do about it. It just automatically zooms. So it was kind of hard to play with that camera sometimes when I would record my videos. Real quick, let's look at some of my other stuff. My old remote, that one's out of date. LEDs. I've probably showed videos of this before. So when I'm wiring my trucks and I put LED lights, these are my LEDs. I do all my own LED wiring. Red toolbox here. It's got all my wires, electrical, just for a little extra, you know, when I'm wiring things for my truck. That's my junk box with just, there's a motor. Most of this stuff's just junk and whatever. Basically some cool little license plates, my wall of shame. Basically anything that I'd say basically a lot, don't I? Anything that I've wrecked. The last 2 months I just put that up, so anything I've wrecked I usually throw up there on the wall of shame. So there you go. So anyway guys, that's basically the look at the man cave, as I like to call it. The swamp cooler. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that maybe. Swamp cooler, keep us cool. Just got it on a switch here is all. But that's a big help when it's here in Vegas, because it is hot here. That's the Jeep, the old farm truck. The Dodge Ram Charger. It's actually a Dodge Ram Charger. They don't make these. It's Pro line. Fortunately, they don't make them anymore. I used to drive the touring cars. Don't anymore, but those are some bodies that are left over. The other half of the garage that I pretty much don't touch. That's where the car's parked and some more basically shelves. So there you go guys. A walk around. There. Now you've seen pretty much every corner. I got a table saw buried underneath the bridge out there. Some power wheels that my kids play with. There you go. That's basically the walk around the garage. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And we'll see you on the next video.